Hi, this is Gordon Bates. I'm the photographer at Graphing of Photons. I'm going to show you today how to get this background completely blacked out. It is pretty dark relative to the properly exposed subject. This is the very start. You can see all my Camera Raw sliders are on 0. I'm going to get the white balance set to daylight here. I was using my Einstein flashes on speed mode, so those don't necessarily maintain a consistent white balance, so I needed to do a little bit of adjustment. To start editing this image, well, actually let's look at how bad the situation really is as far as non-black in the background goes. You can go up to the spot removal tool, whose key is B on the keyboard. If you're on any other tool, you can hit B and you'll watch the selected tool change to this one. Hit B, goes to that. Visualize spots. Really, you can do the slider here for the intensity of it. I turn it all the way up so that I can see all the lines of contrast. I think this tool is actually designed for sensor dust, but you can also use it to see other things. We're going to get everything except for the athlete whose body you can see. We're going to get that all to become black. The tool I'm going to use is going to be the adjustment brush tool. And in the adjustment brush tool, I have my highlights, shadows, blacks, exposure way down, turn the dehaze up. Before we start doing the spot removal or the adjustment brush, you can apply the settings to your image. I'm going to do this very quickly, more quickly than I normally do. I'm going from blacks, so I'm going to turn down the shadows, turn down the blacks, and you notice when you do the blacks, you lose a little bit of detail on the subject, which I can get back with the clarity. Okay, so pump up the clarity. Another tool that I found in this release of Photoshop is under FX, which is the effects. There's a dehaze tool. So dehaze takes care of a little bit of stuff. See what dehaze does? Alright, so dehaze takes care of a little bit of the stuff in the background. But as you're about to see, it's not all there. Let's hit B for the spot removal. And you can see there's all this stuff still existing, which I don't want to exist. So I'm going to use the adjustment brush tool, and then you can toggle between adjustment brush and visualize spots as you're doing this so that you can see which spots you're effectively getting rid of. A tool that really saves me a lot in the adjustment brush is right down here is auto mask. Maybe if your window, your monitor's not big enough, maybe you have to scroll down to find auto mask, but it's at the very bottom of the adjustment brush control sliders. Auto mask is right here, and let me show the mask so you can see what auto mask is doing. You can show mask right here. Show mask. Okay, so when I do my slider, I have a little bit of feathering going on. I'm gonna first just erase all this stuff that I definitely don't want. So get a nice perimeter around the model / athlete. Okay, and now I think you can see that what is not masked is the stuff that's not gray. Gray is the mask. You can actually turn auto mask off if you want to actually really control this stuff here. Let's get that out of there. Oops, went too far. So Control Z. Let's get that out of there. Get this out of here. I'm going to turn back on auto mask, because I'm going to get in really close in detail to this athlete's body. Auto mask is on, and you can see even if I happen to overlap a little bit into their body, auto mask is making some effort to distinguish between the lines of contrast. I guess is how it's working. But I'm going to make an effort to not go over that boundary. It's good to have boundaries. So swiping along with auto mask on, it's really helping me out a lot. We're going to get off of this show mask option in a moment here, and we'll go back to the spot removal to see if we can avoid going in between the fingers. That's usually really helpful. Let me go down the other side of her leg, on the other side of her body, and I'm making an effort to keep my adjustment brush away from her leg, or just barely touching her leg, and let the auto mask function do its work. There we go. Let me turn back off auto mask, and I'm gonna brush in this stuff to make sure that it's also being affected by the adjustment layer. So as mentioned, you can go back and forth between the spot removal and adjustment brush. You can hit spot removal, which is B, and we can see that there's still quite a bit of stuff that we missed. So let me press the button to get back onto the adjustment brush is the K button. So let me press K. That gets me back into the adjustment brush, and you have to reselect the mask that you were previously working on by clicking on the pin, and I'm going to make this mask go get this stuff out on the back. Sounds like I got a text message. Okay, so I'm going to go around the outsides. I have auto mask off because I'm not working in a sensitive area that is on the boundary of an athlete or some subject matter that I don't want to mess with. So let's go like this, and as I remember in this image, the ceiling was all up here, so I'm just gonna keep painting a lot of this. Okay, almost filled in. My GPU is not super fast, so that's why we get a little bit of lag. Everyone wants a 1080. Not everyone's gonna get one. I don't have one. So I have this painted in pretty good, and look how awesome that auto mask function is. If you really want to, if you need to, I can do a really small brush on the adjustment brush. What is it called? Adjustment brush. And I could get in between her shins right here, in between the calf and the shin on this one. But I'm not sure that that level of detail is necessary, just like I don't think it's necessary to go between the fingers, so I'm not going to do that either. Let's toggle back by pressing B. Let's go back to the adjustment brush, and we can look at our show, like a spot showing function. Oh, that was all. So let's hit B, and as you can see, it looks like we got everything. Okay, so let's do the visualize spots off and zoom. If you double click on the hand, it will fit your image to the screen. So it looks like we did a pretty good job getting that blacked outness happening. So I hope you can use this. In summary, we used the spot removal tool with the visualize spots function turned on, coupled with the adjustment brush using auto mask and selecting the option to show the mask. This is the mask that we used. Alright, so thank you for watching, and hopefully this can be applied to your own photography to improve your control over the blackness of your background. Thank you.